Joyce, very nice to meet you. Can I just start off by asking you, why did you want to come to this conference this morning?
Well, I came to my first BDI conference when in September, when a colleague of mine said they do great events, BDI, for mobile communications. So that's when I first came, and I actually heard John Havens from Port Novelli, and I became a big fan of augmented reality and 2D barcodes. In fact, at my presentation, I have a QR code that is not only on my card, which I just gave you, but also for the presentation. So the social media committee, digital media for the Financial Women's, is very big on looking at all kinds of different ways to get our message out. And I think the BDI event certainly gives us that opportunity, meeting with fantastic folks from around the country, as well as here in New York City.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about what the Financial Women's Association does?
Oh, absolutely. The Financial Women's Association is over 900 members. We were founded in 1956. There were 8 women who worked on Wall Street, trying to get into a very special luncheon club who couldn't, so said, well, let's start our own. So 50 years plus later, here we are, again, over 900 members, women and men. And we do all kinds of events, over 100 events a year. We have over 30 committees, a lot of not-for-profit, as well as distinguished speakers. We have very big names in the community, as well as people up and starters. Everything from financial services, lawyers, entrepreneurs. If you run a business and you have a P&L, you run numbers.
Excellent.
So come visit us and come join. We'd love to have you.
Can you tell us a little bit about the types of conversations, or the quantity of conversations your members are having online right now?
Well, right now, we're really just getting going. We do have a Twitter account, FWANY. We also have a Facebook and an official LinkedIn presence for our members only. So the kind of conversations are anything from members helping members with job referrals. I actually had an opportunity for a TV spot on CNBC a couple of months ago because somebody referred me. So we really work together to harness our talents and share. And it's just extraordinary opportunities, even in a down cycle environment. People think, well, you know, it's kind of slow. Actually, I find just the opposite. There's extraordinary talent everywhere, and we give people an opportunity to come together at our events, to network and share, and to make new contacts. And again, having an event like this here at BDI with Porter Novelli, I think it's been a terrific way to help get our message out.
Can you tell me a little bit about how your communications practices may have changed in the last couple of years, away from older mediums to new mediums?
Well, certainly with the green movement, it really kind of helps being less paper-based. Having a LinkedIn presence really has helped establish us. Being on Twitter, especially at these kinds of events, gives us even more of a more global presence, even though we are local. And it takes a lot of, it's like anything, it takes time for people to embrace that. So part of the FWA with our digital media committee is we're really helping foster those conversations. I and my committee members, we do our own training internally. We also offer training. I've spoken at financial literacy groups. So we feel like both as a group, not just for ourselves, but how do we help other communities or people who, especially who've been in the workplace a long time and really don't know about it, how to give them those tools. I very much feel as if knowing social media is the equivalent of learning how to read. In the same way that a librarian doesn't ask you, pay me free so you can read this book, I want everybody to know about social media because I feel like this is the power for them to create their own new world and new life and in any way they want. And so it's very much a passion, not just for the Financial Women's, but certainly individually, and everything I can do, certainly with all help that you folks are providing to help get the message out.
And can I ask just briefly, how do you know how to start the conversations with your members, or what they actually want to talk about?
Well, I'm very big on when I run my training sessions. I have 5 questions I tell people to think about. And they're pretty basic, but they're pretty essential. Number 1 is, who are you? 2, what do you have to say? 3, who are you trying to reach? 4, how do they like being reached? That's essential. And number 5 is, once you connect, then what? So the how you want to be reached, I've always said over the years, every time I've been in the financial services industry for over 20 years, every time I'd have a new boss, I'd say, how do you like me to reach you? Everything from email, don't call, call, don't email, don't call or email, just show up at my door. I had a boss once I left a long voicemail to when I met with him, and he looked at me very strangely, and I thought, when they had the phones, if you hit 33, would go to the end. I said, oh, you're 33ing me. So he was deleting my messages. They were too long. I said, just tell me if it's less than 10 seconds. So to start the conversation, start with how do people want to be reached? Find them that way first, then introduce that next layer, whatever that social media conversation is. So.
One last question. In 12 months' time, where would you like to see social media with the Financial Women's Association? How do you know you're successful?
I will know we're successful, not only that we have members signed up on Twitter and are tweeting, that they are getting the message out to their communities, whether it's financial literacy, and they're helping women and men who are trying to reinvent themselves because their jobs no longer exist, their industries are gone, and seeing that ability for people to take care of themselves in a way that doesn't cost anything, just takes a little bit of learning, and the power, as you know, is just extraordinary. To me, that is what's most gratifying, is to see that. And even getting one thank you, or, I had somebody came up to me last night at our event before this and said, I am here because of you, because of something I posted, flew up from Texas. Hopefully it makes a difference in his company's life, and he'll make a difference in others' lives. So why don't we talk in a year?
Absolutely.
Call me up.
See how many followers you have in a year.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
John, thank you so much.
Thank you.